Hey, Tony Gas is here. Now we in the light today because I just finished a business meeting for Destiny. To all the men and women who are single, if you have not joined Destiny yet, it is free to join. Now it is free to join. You don't have to upgrade to the pro. You can have your conversation, everything on the free. So hop on over there. Now I wanted to touch on this, and this is a topic, hot button topic right now in the relationship coaching space. And as you see the title, why are women choosing peace over relationships? And that's a hard question to ask, a hard question to answer, but it is becoming more and more prevalent. And I'm seeing it a lot. So that's why I'm touching on it because I'm seeing it a lot in my comments as I'm teaching about relationships and what it takes to make a relationship work and what you have to give and what you're going to have to put up with and some of the things you're going to have to go through in any relationship, in a perfect relationship, in a healthy relationship, in a happy relationship. It's still a lot of things that people don't understand you have to go through and you have to put up with. And in teaching that, I'm seeing a lot of women who are saying, Tony, I'd rather be single. I'd rather be single than go. And I don't know at what point why you would be on my page because I'm most of my page is relationship content. So I don't really know why you would be on my page if you would rather be single. But because this is to prepare singles for marriage and also to help married people stay married. But I'm seeing that a lot. And it is disheartening for me. It is, hurtful to see because I understand the beauty of love and the beauty of a relationship, regardless of what you have to go through to get there. I still would recommend it to each and every person. But it is work. It is work. It is a sacrifice. You cannot have ego in love and pride and all of those things. Like you have to die out to self. You got to crucify your flesh. You have to be chalant. You can't be nonchalant. You got to give, and it's one of those situations. And this is a thing that's becoming more and more common. And the thing about it that a lot of men don't realize is a woman doesn't need a man anymore, like in the sense of need, because most women cannot have a release during intercourse with a man. So sexually is not a need. A lot of women can live the rest of their life without ever having sex or having sex again. And a lot of women work a job, make their own money, can pay their own bills. So a man is really only wanted but not needed. The only time a man is needed is when a woman wants to have a baby, but she can do that also without being with a man. And it's a lot of us out here as men, if our wives would let us be paid 10,000 to 100,000, we would donate some collaboration to help women who don't want to be with a man have them a baby. But my wife told me I can't do it. I'm gonna run me a bag up. Like, man, listen, I ain't gotta sleep with a woman. I just put this in the petri dish. But she was like, no, one day them kids gonna come looking for you. And I'm like, that's the experience of a lot of kids. But at least they'll know I'm a real person. I'm living. I talk to them and stuff. And hey, how you doing? What's going on, up, man? Yeah, you good over there with your mama? I don't know your mama, never met her, but good to meet you, man. What anything I do for you? I just was trying to help your mama out. And my wife shut it down. And so, cause y'all could have me a yacht off of these kids. But a lot of women are saying, listen, I don't want the headache of having to police a man, having to raise a man, having to teach a man, having to chase a man, having to worry about a man, argue with a man, debate a man, because a lot of women are When they with a man, a lot of women with a man are at war with that man every day or every other day or at the least every week because of all of the stuff that the man is consuming online. And on average, when it comes to like consumption, like digital consumption, YouTube videos, podcasts, men are slow. And a lot of men don't know how to decipher fact from fiction and don't know how to decipher healthy from unhealthy. And so we very easily, and I'm saying this as a man, because when the gentleman, what Kevin Samuels was alive, I never once watched one of his lives or one of his videos, but I would be sent clips or I would see a clip while scrolling online. And I would say collectively during his lifetime and during his career of giving advice, I probably listened to 5 to 10 minutes of what he had to say. And the one video I seen where he said, if you go on a date after 5 p.m., you need to be ready to have sex. And another clip I seen is where he kind of laughed at a Christian woman who said she was abstinent, even though she wasn't a virgin. She was like a born again virgin. So those two things right there let me know that he was working on the other team, that he was working for Satan and not God. Because if you're working for God, you're not going to promote fornication. You just not. It's because it's against the Holy Bible. It's against Christianity. It's against all religious beliefs, unless you're in a religion that allows multiple wives and stuff. But even then, there's got to be a wife. And so it let me know who he was working for. But the other stuff that I heard him say, it was true. It was accurate. Like it wasn't like he was just pulling stuff out his behind. I did not feel like he was heterosexual. Just as a heterosexual man, I did not feel he was heterosexual. I felt like he was a down low man, and I'm not saying that to hate. It's just the way he would bicker and go back and forth with women. It's just not something that a heterosexual masculine man is gonna do. Like I would never get online and go back and forth with a woman. That's just to me that's just not masculine. It's just not what a man would do. Like, okay, have your thoughts, what it is. Like, woman come over here talk crap, I just block her. Like, sometimes I might say something back in the comment just so she educated before she get blocked, but it's just not something I'll do. And also I would not get dressed up in a 3-piece suit to sit on the camera. It just that also makes no sense whatsoever. And I see other guys trying to do that, like literally sitting in the house in a suit. That does not make any sense whatsoever. That is starter package for scamming. Like, you are a grifter, you are a scammer if you put on a suit in your house. Like, if you don't work downtown on the 33rd floor for a financial firm, you should not have on a suit. It's just no reason for it. You supposed to have on a t-shirt. I'm in my corporate office. I'm not in my home office. I'm in my corporate office, and I got on a t-shirt. Why? Because it's my office. I own the company. Why would I put on a suit? It just makes no sense at all. I got suits in my closet. Christian Dior, Boss, and I don't wear no suit on no camera. So that was a red flag for me. But those messages were going out, and those messages are very, very strong. They permeating. And so a couple of things that he said that I heard and that I hear from other red pill content creators, I'd be like, yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But it's just, it sounds good when you are in a victim mindset. When you have a victim mindset, when you have a woe is me, when you have a everything is about me mindset, then you're gonna agree with everything, because the whole angle of the red pill, and I don't know if the women are called pink pill, but the whole angle of these grifters is to cater to their sex, to their gender, and to make them feel like you are the prize. It's all about you and your happiness, and that's not a relationship. So when men are being indoctrinated to think that they are the prize, that we are the prize, and the reason why I say they, because I'm not one of those men, but to think that we are the prize and it's all about us and it's all about our happiness, our comfort, our convenience, and that if we make $200,000 a year or more, that we can cheat. The woman should do whatever we say do. She follows us blindly. We are the head. We're the leader. I remember this cucumber in the booty man was online with my name in his mouth, and he used one of my videos, and where I said, my wife's way is my highway, because the saying, my way or the highway. I say my wife's way is my highway, meaning I consult her. Like, let me give you a prime example. I am, for all intents and purposes, of what they call a millionaire. If I liquidated my assets and sold my companies, it would be in the tens of millions. And so maybe they call that a paper millionaire or something. And then, no, I don't keep $1 million, just $1 million just sitting in a checking account. No, you don't do that. And so, but technically what they would call a millionaire. And somehow that one site put a doggone made up net worth on there on me. I'm like, my goodness. But that was over a decade ago. They put my net worth at 3 million. Y'all rather multiply that. And so I said, baby, next door. So I'm in the office. This is my office. I work alone. And I got 6 offices in here. But then next door, I own another office this same size, which I let my wife decorate for her office for her little sock company when she was selling y'all the Pilates socks. She sold out of those, and then she done. She ain't been back up there. So I'm spending $18,000 a year for that right there next door. And I said, babe, I want to turn that into a AI backed bookstore to where people could just come in, get a book, scan it, leave. Scan it, pay for it, leave. And she was like, that's cool and all that, but it's gonna cost a lot more than you think it is. And she was like, I think something that will be more on brand is making it like a content space, like making it somewhere where people can come and batch record podcasts, do a photo shoot and stuff like that, stuff that you actually do, and it'll be more on brand for what you do, and just utilize it like that. And just like that, me running that idea by my wife, I was then able to calculate, okay, I'm gonna have to pay for a bathroom to be put in there. I would have to pay for the coffee making machine for when people come in to buy their book. I would have to buy 1,000 books or get on some type of bookstore list to be sent all of these books. And then I got all these books over there, and I got stuff over there. And then I got people just sitting over there all day, and I got to unlock it in the morning, lock it at night. And it becomes a headache. Then I got to deal with thieves coming in and stealing stuff. And so, but then her saying making a content studio, which I probably won't do that either. I just don't feel like it. But I might make it just a married and faithful men's lounge to where me and my boys just go over there and put the games on the big screens and just kick back, vibe out. And so I ran it by my wife, and she gave me another idea. And I have come to the point and to the place where that's what I do. And if she don't agree with it, I don't want to do it. It's some things that I will feel so strongly about that she might not get it. She might not understand it. And if I feel like God is telling me to do this, like my spirit, the Holy Spirit, and it's very strong, then I'll go ahead and do it. Anytime I have done that, she has been right. And I am not a dummy by far. I earn and do better than 99% of men in the world. And so I'm not a dummy by far, but she be right. And so this guy was saying, Tony Gaskin talking about, listen to this, y'all. And he played me saying, my wife's way is my highway. Listen to him. He's so wilt. He's such a punk. He's so this and that. Mind you, he looked like Dr. Umar with Down syndrome and his own standing up talking about me. Like, it ain't a woman in the world that would choose him over me. I could buy his birthright. And he literally was up there talking about me. And I'm like, And he had on like the African dashiki, ain't never stepped foot in Africa. American is all cut outdoors with the African people clothes on, just trying to look and sound deep and look and sounded like a fool. Obviously not married, because your wife ain't gonna let you be bashing another man who honors and respects and loves his wife. And if he is married, he abusing her. So gonna be single before you know it. And this is, and the man had, I mean, he probably only had I don't know, a couple thousand views, but and some of y'all done sent me that stuff, and I tell y'all, don't send me this stuff because I don't go looking for it. So I never want to see a video that's about me. I don't watch my work. I don't read my press clippings. I don't read my own headlines. Like, unless somebody sent it to me, I never see it. And every now and then I have clients who will send it to me, and I'm like, when you at the mountaintop, you can't worry about the people who throwing rocks. Like, you can't get caught up when you one of the top people in the space. Like, everybody gonna talk about you. They want to be me. They want to be in my space. And see, the thing is, they want to sleep with women. They want to sleep around. And I don't sleep around. And they're mad that I have millions of women who listen to my teachings and I'm not sleeping with them. And so a lot of them assume that I'm sleeping with them, like the other swole buddy relationship coach with the muscles. They assume I'm doing what he doing, but they waiting every day. They getting up every day, checking the blogs, waiting for the scandal to come out. And they've been waiting over 15 years and it ain't came out. And they like, he can't be who he says he is. Like, this can't be real. And so some of them start, women and men, they start reaching and grasping for straws. Oh, Tony Gaskin doing stuff. You just wait. It's coming out. It's coming out, because they can't believe a black man could be faithful. And they are black people. So they are self-hating coons. And they tell on themselves, and this is what's in the airwaves. This was in the airwaves. So therefore, women are choosing peace over relationships. Like, if the relationship is not gonna like flow, it ain't got to be easy, but if it ain't gonna match the happiness with the struggle, a lot of women don't want it. A lot of women like, I would rather be by myself. I would rather be by myself. Like, I've been with my wife. I met my wife 2005, ran her off probably by the end of 2005, maybe, or before the end of 2005. Went our separate ways, probably like December. I think I met her around September, October. We got back together and made it official. I think it was June 5th, 2006. So we was apart for 6 months. And so I've been with my wife since, and I knew her mom probably 2006. So it's 2026. I done known my wife mom for 20 years. She's been single the whole time. She's not out of shape. She's not unattractive. She has a doctorate, a real doctorate, unlike y'all doctor from social media that y'all love. And she been single the entire time. And the reason why, because she don't play games. Like, she not gonna put up with games. And so she don't have a man. She's over 70 now. I think she in her 70s. I think 71, or I don't know. She could be 67. I don't be keeping up. But so I take care of her. I pay her, for her living space every month, her car, her insurance. So I take care of her. And because she don't have a man. My mom, she don't have a man. So I take care of her too. And it's a lot of men who, they take care of their mom before they woman. If I don't have it for my mama know my wife come first. My mama know my wife come first. And my wife is who send my mama the money. And my wife now, it wasn't always this way, but I did this intentionally because my wife is a stay-at-home mom. I let her manage all the money. So she has a sense of involvement and appreciation. And it's not like I work, it's my money. So I work and I do like the old school men, and all the money go to her. And then she pay the bills and she handle all of that. And I handle earning. She handle how it's used. And I give her that trust and I give her that space. And my wife, I could see her accounts. I know her accounts, but even if she put up a few dollars, I still keep track of it. She wouldn't be able to like be putting up money, but I give her money out of the money. Like, hey, take 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever it is, depending on my check. And so if she want to save all of it, she can. And that's anybody, right? Because you dealing with a human. And a lot of times, it's a quote that said, there is no trust, there is no relationship. Well, there could be trust without it being 100% trust. Like, my wife is a human. I trust her, but I don't trust her like I trust God. And I wouldn't expect her to trust me like she trusts God. We human. We all can fail. We all can make bad decisions. We all can do stupid stuff. So I don't get caught up in that. And we're in a situation and we're in a place to where all of this stuff is online. All this stuff being put out there. All of this stuff is just being bombarded to the people. And women are like, man, I'm not finna be in a relationship with a man that I got to compete with every day, that I got to argue with every day, that I got to baby every day. And I've been hearing so many women saying it's like they getting with a man and it's like they are the man. It's like the man is always in a tough spot. The man is always going through. And I had to think about that for myself. And I'm like, man, it is times where I be putting my mental health issues on my wife. I be moping and complaining. It's like, as men, a lot of times it's like we wearing a tampon. And you'll think that we bleed 7 days a month, the way we be crying and complaining. And the days of a man being stoic is very few stoic men. It's very few men who do the right thing. There's very few men who are emotionally intelligent, emotionally regulated. And we always be trying to start a fight. We always be trying to debate. We always be trying to get something going. And then when we're not doing that, we be cheating. And so it's like, we need more men that's gonna be men. We need more men that's gonna bring peace, that's gonna be her peace, that's gonna, like yesterday, my wife texted me like, hey, when you coming home? I shut down this computer so fast, everything went home, man. Like, what? Wife texting me about when you coming home? Like, I'm waiting on you to eat dinner. I'm like, oh, I'm there. Let me release that video from yesterday when I shot on the way going home, talking about that. How you got the love. And so I took and went on home because my wife was like, I want to spend time with you. Oh, absolutely. And because she's not like that. She never really do that. Like, if I'm working, she like them bills paid. So she don't bother me when I'm working. She do not bother me. She let me work as long as I need to work. Whether she like it or not, she don't express it. And so when she do say, hey, how long you gonna be? That's all the cue I need. I'm out of here. I'm to the crib. And so we don't have enough men thinking the right way. And I had to change my mindset. And this is what I want to tell the women. Like, I changed the mindset I have now happened in marriage. My wife married me as quote unquote a grown boy. And I was young, so I had a little excuse. But I say that to say, no man is going to be perfect. You just got to see, does he have a desire? Does he have the potential? Is he capable of becoming a real man? So me working and my wife not working, and me saying what's mine is yours, and me entrusting her to have the money in her account, That's a lot of trust. It's like that's a lot of trust. And it's something that I do. And it took time to get there. It took time to get there. And if we get in an argument, I still will have to say, like, hey, I'm going out here and I'm working every day. I'm busting my butt. And then what I need, and that's just the fact, that's just a reality of it. It wouldn't be an abusive tactic of me trying to say, oh, you worthless or you ain't doing nothing. But I don't do that. And so I just stay away from that. And I just, hey, what's mine is yours. And that's hard. Also being considerate. Like the guy who trying to, I guess, be a relationship coach who was in the on the video saying if some sex ain't on the table, cheating is, or something like that, he was saying. And I have the same feelings. I'm a man. I have the same feelings, but it's like if my wife ain't feeling good, if she appeared on, she got a migraine, I gotta be understanding of that. Now, it's gonna be an issue if every single time she got a migraine, it's like, okay, now you need to go to the doctor, get some medication or something. You need to change your lifestyle now, because you can't be keep hollering about every time I want something. Oh, you got a migraine. And so, all right, so what's the solution for that migraine now? What can we do? What we need to do now? And so that's one of those things to where I have to be mindful and I have to be considerate of my wife. Y'all forgive me, feet for coming on. And it's just real. It just is what it is. And so I say that to say, with all of this toxicity and with what these men talking about and how they live and how they doing, a lot of women are like, man, I'm not on that. Like, I don't want to have to put up with all your mood swings, all your attitudes, and how you treating me, how you doing me. And so they just looking at it like it's not worth it. I'd rather stay single until I meet the person who is on my level. And that's what's happening. And honestly, that's part of the reason I created Destiny, because I wanted to be intentional singles. And that's what it's gonna be. So we building it with that intentionality to where, hey, you lock in with us for a year, it's only $100 for the whole year. You're Lord willing, meet your match. Don't lock in. You go week by week. You paying $10 a week. So how long before you run out? That's $520 a year, or you're gonna pay $99. And that's for the pro. You can get on there for free. But the goal is to have intentional people on there. And that's the point of it. And so we going into a space and into a place to where it's hard out here. It is hard out here. And women saying, hey, I'm not finna choose abuse. I'm not finna choose to be cheated on. I'm not finna choose to be controlled. I'm not finna choose to be talked down to and disrespected and mistreated. And so they going a different route with it. They're going a different route. And I want the men to realize, like, yeah, it ain't like, oh, you need to choose the same thing because she choosing that. No, it is, you need to do better. As a man, you got to be a real man. And we're gonna talk about this. I'm about to do another video on that. I'm gonna talk about this, where we need to be at as men, what we need to do as men, so that we can make this a better world, a better place, and make our relationships better. And I'm gonna share with you the mindset. I probably call it what we need from men today. I'm gonna give you the mindset that God gave me and what has changed my life in totality and with my wife across the board. And it's a tough mindset to have. It ain't easy now. It ain't easy. And you have setbacks, you have slip ups, but it is what it is, and we could do it. But hey, thank y'all so much. Hey, shout out to my supporters, Tony Gaskins Family Foundation, the Boys Summer Program. Y'all have been such a blessing. It really helped us. The boys in Nashville this summer, I was supposed to be up there. My body was tired. And so I got 3 mentors up there with them. And, that's a blessing. But I really appreciate y'all for the support. Also, Tell every single person you know about Destiny, even if you can't get on there, tell them to hop on there. And tell every man that we need. And I'm a if y'all ain't, for those of y'all who ain't scared to wear a t-shirt, I need to give a little street team. I need to make a little shirt. It's just gonna have to be a community effort. And it just say thedestinyapp.com and just wear it, walk around through the mall, intentional love. Thedestinyapp.com. It's called Destiny, but it is your destiny. So just for marketing, we say thedestinyapp.com because it goes to it as well. But hey, thank y'all so much. God bless you. We'll talk soon.